my guest today is a very special one because we have an interesting way that we've met, and when we met, uh, after that I completely forgot about you, and then you came back for some business and everything, and then that's an interesting story, audience. I think you should listen to that from him itself. Uh, so the idea about this whole interview and the podcast is that we just want to know you as a customer, as a person, as a friend, and we've started this very recently, and then I did one more interview of a lady just before you. So we are gradually, starting off and getting to know our customers. The reason why I do this is because I've been a banker all my life. So the very important and integral part of the banking system is KYC, that is know your customer. So in the banking world it was totally different, that you got to know your customer based on the documents, his identity and address proof and everything. But here the concept is a little different. We want to know you as a customer, but we want to know you also as a person, as a human being, as like So it's more of fun. Okay. There it was more serious, but here it is more of fun. So I want to start off with that note. Sure. And the reason why we want to do this is because I feel everybody, every person walking around is a hero in his own story. So I want to know your story, and I'm sure you are a hero also. Your struggles, your successes, your lighter moments, your difficult moments and stuff like that. And then we'll gradually get to know each other and from that. All so right. Ladies and gentlemen, I leave the mic to Mr. Gordon, and he's one of my best customer that he actually came back to us, and he's got an interesting story to tell you about. Let's start.
Sure. So the way we met was, let's see here, I've been trying to, get back into better health, and so, I do a lot of walking. So I usually try to do 3 to 6 miles per day.
Oh, wow.
And on the weekend, it's easy to come to the mall, use their air conditioning, and just walk around. But I think there was one day that I left my water jug in the car or at home or something. And after a while, I was thirsty. And I was looking for water, and I saw your stack of waters on your counter.
Right.
And I figured that, maybe you were selling them. So I came up and, I wanted to buy some water, and you gave me the water, but you would not take my money. And then, I got that one bottle of water, and you were like, well, you can have 2 bottles. Yeah. I was like, okay, but as long as you let me pay for it. You still wouldn't let me pay for it. But you gave me the second water. Yes, and, you were telling me that your beliefs, you just couldn't accept my money.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
I thought very highly of that.
Yeah.
And so, it's just hard to find good people. And the way that I do business is, if I have a friend or a family member that can do a job, I'll offer it to them first because my money will help that friend or that family member, as opposed to just giving the job or the work to a stranger. And so, I kind of, I'm selective about where I bring my money to. Some companies have ideologies I don't believe in. I make it a point never to use them.
Absolutely.
And so, my wife wanted to adjust her ring. We weren't getting the level of customer service that we had from another jeweler.
Yes, sir.
And we were very, very disappointed. So when we were ready to get that business, brought it straight to you. We were happy with the result.
And I remember when you came back to me, and then I obviously did that and took the ring in and everything, but I didn't actually remember the incidents and everything. But I meet so many people every day, and it's hard for me to keep up to that. As much as I try to remember the names of my customers, because it becomes easier. Wow. And
but that was the first time I was your customer.
Exactly. So and we did not even introduce to each other. So I totally forgot about it. And after you gave me your business, and when you reminded me about that, and that rang a bell, and I did. And so I went ahead and spoke to my family about it, and I'm like, look, act of random kindness, without even expecting anything from anybody for that matter. Will get you, if not from that person, but at least he's watching. So somebody else will help you, and I think we should as human beings look beyond all that and start doing
Yeah,
these kind
agree.
of things. Yeah.
I mean, like for example, Chick-fil-A. I love their Chick-fil-A biscuits. They're not open on Sunday,
There you go.
so I make it a point to go on Saturday to bring them my Saturday and Sunday
and
business.
Sunday business. See, there you go. There
Yeah.
you go. So it's all about relationship. It's all about giving respect to people. It's all about like how you treat each other.
Yeah.
With basic with basic respect. And I totally believe in that. We are all human beings, but
Right.
it's difficult to be human, these days.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. So if we all did a bit of more effort towards it, things would be really really great.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I look at the person. I'm somewhat old school, things.
Same here.
Things like loyalty, trust, how good of a heart you have,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Honesty.
ethics, work ethic. Even,
It's so important.
Yeah.
And this is something that me and my family, we discuss this a lot. So let me introduce you. So it's basically me and my wife every day out here in this business. So her name, she goes by Nikki. So that
Okay.
is why Nikki Jewelers.
Gotcha.
So she's the boss lady. So I am. So she's the boss lady at home and also at work. So I'm 24/7 under her.
Well, she's your wife, right?
Well, she is. Yeah.
And you're a team.
See, there you go.
And if she's stronger at something that you're not,
yeah.
that's
So why
the whole
not?
point.
That's the whole point. Yeah. Well, she is. Yeah. She's a big support. And we started off this business very recently. And yes, touch wood, things have been going fine. And we have good people like you to support and recognize us, which means a lot to us. And so these are the kind of values and discussions we have around at our home also. I've got two boys. I've got a 19-year-old and a 16-year-old. The 19-year-old, the elder son, Ayan, he goes to Baylor. He's doing his business, finance, and accounting and everything.
Nice.
And the younger one is he goes to Tyler Legacy. He's going to be graduating early this year, and he's a techie by nature.
Nice.
Yeah. So I don't know, everything comes to him very naturally. So he's our help desk at home. So anything that goes wrong with technology, so he's the guy. So he wants to. Everybody reaches out to him.
Okay.
He wants to do cybersecurity.
Oh, very good.
Yeah. In fact, he was the one who got accepted in Harvard summer program the last summer. that
Oh,
went
very
by.
good.
Yeah. So and Harvard made an exception to accept him, even though he wasn't 16 years old.
Oh, wow.
So they did that, and they gave him a little bit of scholarship and everything. So yeah, I've got two bright kids, and a strong, supportive wife,
Excellent.
and a small business, and supportive customers.
That's very excellent.
Yeah, so that's
uh,
my.
So I originally I wanted to have like 12 sons.
Oh wow!
I was one of those
You wanted to
guys.
have a team, a football team.
Yeah, and I had a friend of mine that every time he had a kid reach the age of 10, he'd have another kid.
Oh wow!
So when it was my turn to start, building a family,
You're
we
right.
sort of had three of them.
Uh-huh.
And my son is severe on the autism spectrum.
Oh okay.
So over the course of his life, he might be, as mentally, he might reach the mental age of 5.
Right.
So, he's got a lot of hardships.
That's
But when
difficult.
he smiles, it's the purest
See,
smile
there you
in the
go.
world.
There you go.
And then my oldest daughter, she got married to her high school sweetheart.
Wow.
And I gave her some of my land, so they started building over there. And the little guy that you see us pushing around, he's my grandson.
Oh wow! Oh really?
Yeah, so
Oh wow!
so literally when he wants to come visit, all he's got to do is walk through the woods and over the creek.
Oh wow! See, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so nice. Traditional, old school Texas.
Yep. And
Yeah,
then my,
yeah.
my youngest, she's in college right now.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay. So I'm sure these are the kind of values you also give and talk to your children. Maybe you want to do that with your grandchildren also. So what was it like growing up, and how was the family and stuff like that?
yeah, so I grew up very different. So I started off in Michigan.
Oh okay.
I spent the first 10 years of my life there. Let's see here. During that time, so my mother was very traditional. She was the stay-at-home mom type of
Right.
girl. And let's see here, my father is very, very different. I think that if he had ever seen a psychologist or a psychiatrist,
Oh, really?
that he would have been diagnosed with several things.
Oh my God.
So for the most part, I mean, between the two, they really made bad decisions, whether it was financial or whether it was, just how they handled relationships. For me, they were like the perfect example of what not to
What
be like.
not to do? Yeah, exactly.
And so I adopted that. I realized early in life, one of my earliest memories that really made a difference was I was in school, and I think it was like second grade, and we were all handed this piece of paper, and everybody's like playing with the paper, right? And except for me, I was just holding it.
Right.
And the teacher kept saying, "I choose not to make the noise with the paper." And I looked around, and all the other kids were still, making the noise.
Yeah.
But that concept that we get to choose what we do,
See, there you go.
really resonated. And so that's how I applied it. Was, when I saw somebody learn a lesson, I decided I didn't want to pay the cost they learned, or
Absolutely.
that they had to pay
See, there you
for
go.
the lesson.
Yeah.
So I just adopted it.
So it's like people used to say you should learn with your own mistakes. So I say learn from others' mistakes,
Yes,
so that you don't have to go through that. So you know what not to do.
right.
It's
Because
so-
that's the other thing is some people just never learn from.
Oh yeah, oh,
They keep making
absolutely,
the same
absolutely,
mistakes.
absolutely. So how did your the early days of your life influence, like let's say today? So you're more careful about making decisions.
Yeah.
Since you have a proof of concept.
Yeah, yeah.
Already.
Let's see here. So when I was younger, so one of the things was my mother taught me work ethic. If you're going to do a job, do it. If you're shoveling a ditch, you want to figure out how much you can get on the shovel and
There
how
you go.
quick you can make it move.
There you go.
You keep repeating.
Yeah.
So I learned that early in life. That stuck with me, and that's been helpful. Let's see here. Throughout life, I've learned several lessons. One of which is there are people that produce results, and there are people that produce excuses very well.
See, there you go. Both.
So,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
get to
you're
choose
right.
which one you're going to be.
Exactly, exactly. So, what was your career life, the life span was like?
Yeah. So when I was in high school, I felt like I had a military mindset. It was X equals Y. You work hard, you achieve things.
Absolutely.
And so when I was in high school, I was in the ROTC program. And about that same time, what was that movie? Top Gun came out.
Oh,
So
one
I
of my
wanted to be
favorite.
a pilot, which I think everybody else in the world at that time wanted to as
You
well.
wanted to be one, yeah.
Well, the challenge was my eyes were not naturally
Oh.
20/20, so I could not go into the military program.
Oh.
And if you try to do it through your own dime in the civilian world, there's pilot trainings that cost $80,000.
Oh.
And I don't remember having that kind of money until I was in my 50s. So, I had to find something else, the next best thing. So I sort of gravitated towards business and project management.
Okay.
And from there, it just sort of led into sales. And as an underlining foundation, it was technology.
Oh, okay.
So,
That's interesting.
I went into work as a help desk assistant. And then from there, I went into servers and then the network and then security. And now I'm in AI.
Oh wow, wow, wow. That's so. It's so beautiful to see that you know how to adapt and and not succumb to change. I feel if you don't change with technology, and if you don't change with time,
Yeah.
you're gonna lose out.
So that corresponds to one of my other philosophies, which is comfort kills.
There you go. Exactly.
I mean, you can sit on your couch and be a couch potato, and it'll be real comfortable while you die.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Or in terms of career, if you're not learning the new skills,
yeah, you got to keep feeding it. Yeah.
right. Your career will
Yes.
die if you
Yes.
don't take the risks.
Yes.
If you don't put in the effort to stay
Absolutely.
ahead.
Absolutely. So we are of a generation where we've seen the black and white TV, to the maybe those VHS tapes, and to the old iPods, to iPhones, and now AI.
Yeah.
So it's like we've seen it all, and the sooner we adapt to all these things, the better for us.
Well, the other thing too is, if you turn a blind eye, like AI,
Yeah,
it's a very powerful tool.
absolutely.
With any tool, you can build great wonders,
Absolutely.
or you can destroy them.
Oh, yeah, see, there you go. Yeah, with great powers comes with great responsibility.
Right. So, do you want to be the one that sits on the couch and lets an idiot get in there and destroy stuff, or do you want to be the person that, helps blaze the trail towards the
Wow.
best path possible?
That's nice.
And that's why I'm here.
That's nice. That is so important for everybody of our age this time to learn from you, to understand what goes around, and then you got to make sure that you jump on that train, and or else you'll be left out,
Yeah.
or you'll be obsolete
Yeah.
even before you realize.
Yeah. And I mean, my little grandson, man, I hope I pass off some pearls of wisdom that he makes use of.
See, there you go. So that's an interesting, kind of journey we just spoke. What was the most, maybe like a turning point of your life or your career, maybe, which impacted you the most?
Turning point. I've had a lot of aha moments along the way. Let's see here. So when I graduated Paris Island as a Marine,
Oh,
there was nobody there for me. Nobody in the bleachers for me.
wow.
So I made sure that I was there for my family, for their moments.
Wow.
So, I mean, that's kind of a negative that was turned into a positive.
See, there you go.
I mean, along the way, it's just, I mean, when I have a challenge, I have to figure out a way around it.
And it's quite astonishing to see, beautiful children that you have, and you already have a grandchild.
And I just, remembered another answer too, is when I was in the Marine Corps, I wasn't the tallest Marine. As a matter of fact, I was one of the shortest. So smaller legs.
Yeah, exactly.
And they had this obstacle course.
Oh, wow.
And the secret that I found to the obstacle course was if you doubted yourself, if you held back even a little bit,
There you go. There you go.
if you were not fully committed to, getting over that obstacle, you just didn't.
It's all up here, right?
Right. And it was that little bit. Everything matters. Every little bit
Every
matters.
little bit matters.
Like if you look at a 400-yard dash from the Olympics, right? You see 10 or 12 runners. They all start out, and then as they get closer to the finish line, when they cross, the difference between winning and losing was really just
Yeah, exactly.
that
little
much.
part, yeah.
Right. It wasn't that there were 10 of them and this guy crossed, and then 10% of the time later the next guy crossed, and 10% of the time the next guy crossed.
Is
That-
that yeah,
It was that much.
that little bit more that you got to propel yourself towards,
Right.
towards your success. Yeah, that's interesting. So that was maybe like looking around 10, 20 years back
Yeah.
from now.
Yeah.
What is it that you would tell your younger self?
Buy all the crypto.
That you can.
That's right.
So yeah, that's interesting.
So so like I said, I didn't have the greatest of examples growing up, so I had to learn the hard way how to manage my money.
Oh yeah.
One of the big things that I learned was, when you get paid like say every 2 weeks or, bi-monthly. Take all the bills that you pay and split them up into buckets, right? Like I get paid now on the 1st and the 15th. So I have one batch of bills that I've split up and chopped up and balanced to where I pay it on the 1st. When I get paid, I pay my bills.
Perfect.
Whatever's left over
Uh-huh.
is what I use, to the next check. And I've balanced them out so that, they're basically the same amount with each, paycheck.
So you have your own like a sheet
Spreadsheet.
that you want to refer to, and that's so interesting, and that's so important also, because you should know where. Most people when they get money, they go crazy. They go
Well,
crazy, yeah.
Yeah, and that was one of the things that I tripped up on was I'd get paid on the 15th, but the bill wasn't due to the 21st.
Oh yeah, exactly.
But you got to pay it on the 21st.
See, there you go.
And you got the money on the 15th.
There you go.
Just pay it.
What if exactly? What if you then you want to spend?
Right.
You want to spend. If you have that money, you want to spend. So
Right.
yeah, you're right. You're pretty right. So that's so important to keep yourself a check, your family, your future, and maybe that is why you have, your
But for
children.
me, for me, it took me a lot of hard thought and effort to.
But this was like, not your younger self. You've made your financial mistakes in the past, have you?
Well, I mean, when you're 18 or 21 and you're learning your way, one of the stresses that you have is financial, and so, I hate being stressed out.
Yeah, exactly.
So, that was how I got on top of that one. Was
So you seem to be a pretty, balanced guy when it comes to family, your career, your financials, and everything. What's one biggest lesson life has taught you so far? What is it?
It's not about the money; it's about the freedom that the money equates to. So, I don't have to have $4 million in a bank account, right? I just have to have enough to the point where I can go and do what I want, and not extravagant. Like, I don't need to buy a yacht. I don't need to hang out on tropical islands. But, just to where I can, if I choose to go to Oklahoma City today, I could go there, I could stay there as long as I want until I don't want anymore.
Exactly.
Then ultimately, I mean, a lot of people pursue money, but ultimately I'm really pursuing freedom,
That's more important.
and money just happens to be the path to it.
So when people say money cannot buy happiness, what is your take on that?
Well, so Ted Turner said it best. Money just makes you more of what you are. Like, if you're a jerk,
you will
and
become
you got a lot of money, you're going to be more of a jerk. I mean, with me, money is, what I want is, I want my family to be okay,
Absolutely.
and I want to be free. I want to enjoy the life that my wife and kids do.
There you go. Exactly. So it's never about how much or how little. It's about like what makes you I tell people, if money doesn't buy happiness, no problem, give it to me.
Yeah.
Send it to my account. I have no problems.
Money can buy happiness, is the reality, right?
Yeah.
Like, if my daughter wanted, an $11,000 dress for her wedding, and that would make her happy,
Exactly.
yeah, money could buy happiness in that
There you go.
scenario.
There you
But, I
go.
mean,
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So it's come to a point where you define, what makes you happy. It's
Yeah.
a choice.
yes,
It's a choice. It's up to you. It's how you want to make it happen.
exactly. I mean, it's like, if you're grateful for every little thing that comes to you, it's like a holiday.
Oh, exactly.
It's like the hot fudge sundae. And if you're grateful for every little thing, it's like having a hot fudge sundae every 10 minutes.
Yeah, see, there you go. Yeah, exactly.
Versus
I really like the way you've explained about your, like, a little bit about your childhood, your career path, your family, financials. What about from the spirituality point of view? What makes you happy, calm? What do you like to do?
That was a very hard path for me, because I mean, my grandmother, she was what we called a religious fanatic. Like, because gambling was a sin,
Oh,
if you played cards, like, even, go fish, because the cards were used for gambling, then playing cards was a sin. So she kind of turned me off to the whole religion thing. And it took me a while to, find my way to, what I choose to believe, or what I, find faith in. And that was a very hard path. I finally found a pastor who, when he gave a sermon, I got the sense that it wasn't him, composing some message, and then justifying it with scriptures.
right.
It really felt like the message was genuinely coming from above. And that's what started me down that path.
Perfect.
And let's see here. It was really hard for me to, bite it. Like, for example, what really made the magic moment was, in the Bible, they're talking about Moses leading, the Hebrews out of Egypt, and the Red Sea parting. And it was like they found the long trail of chariots and
Yeah.
the armor
Yeah.
that the soldiers sank to the
Yeah,
bottom.
sank into it, yeah.
Yeah, they found that.
You're right.
And if that was true and proven by a source outside of the Bible,
Absolutely.
so then I looked even deeper, and it turns out that there were accounts of Jesus outside of the Bible as well. And then, they found the skeleton of Noah's Ark, or at least they believe they found it,
Right.
and all the evidence seems to point that way. And that's what got me started. And then later on, I realized that, I had to grow my faith because what I believed was based on evidence.
Absolutely.
But faith isn't based on evidence. So it took me a while to kind of take that last leap. But, it was baby steps and choice.
So beautifully explained, yeah.
Yeah.
So nice, yeah. I agree with you. Very nicely explained. And everybody who simply follow their own faith would be so beautiful. Would be so nice, so peaceful.
But, if you look at it, wars are fueled by belief.
Yeah, you're right.
All wars are fueled by belief. People don't get up there and do what they're told because they're told. It's such a hardship, no matter how you cut it, that it's about the heart.
Yeah. It's all about how you align your heart and your belief and everything. And I respect that. I totally respect for that.
So do I.
So, what is your maybe your guilt pleasure that you enjoy apart from? So we spoke about your career, your family, the spirituality. What is it that you enjoy? Like maybe your guilt pleasure. What is it that maybe like a Chick-fil-A sandwich we just spoke about?
Well, I love my family, of course. I like to spend time with them, especially my grandbaby.
Yeah.
Love that little guy. But the one thing that's really all for me and just for me and nothing but me is my motorcycle.
Oh wow! Oh, are you a biker?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So I have a
didn't know that.
motorcycle and I love to ride.
Oh wow!
And
What kind?
so it started off as a Boulevard M109R Boss. So it's a super bike. It's got all the performance and power of a crotch rocket.
Wow!
But it's in a cruiser, so it doesn't hurt my knees as bad.
Oh wow! That's so cool.
And I actually, so one of the things that's an interesting story is I flew into Vegas to buy the bike,
Oh,
and then I rode it back to home, and that was 1,500 miles that I covered in 36 hours.
oh really?
And it's kind of like the cannonball run for motorcycles. And the one thing I remember most about that is when I got home, it hurt more to get off the bike than it did to stay on.
Yeah, because you riding it in one position.
Well, it's not the one position. When you're driving a car, you're in one position.
Yeah.
When you're riding a bike, you're constantly making
you're
little
maneuvering.
adjustments
Yeah,
on the
you,
balance.
yes, you're right. I used to ride bikes back in my college days, but haven't ridden for such a long stretch.
Yeah.
I've never done that.
Yeah, it was fun. I stopped off at the Winslow, Arizona crater, the standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona. I went to Hoover Dam, rode through the Rockies. You see here, blew through that stinky stretch in El Paso.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's so cool. So with everything right now, and let's say at this stage in life, what is it that one dream that you haven't accomplished, and like it's like more of like I should have, or maybe that's one dream which you haven't achieved so far.
Freedom.
Freedom. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
real freedom. The ability to sleep in as late as I want or get up as early as I want. Not give a crap about what day it is.
There you go.
To just wander about as I choose. Do whatever I want for as long as I want until I don't want.
That's nice. That's so nicely described, actually. Yeah. What is that one word that would describe you?
Tenacious.
That's so nice.
I'm very tenacious about once I'm on a path, I can't see beyond the
Beyond that,
boundaries.
that's so nice. So
Yeah.
nice. Very nice. It was so lovely to have you, sir. It was so lovely. It was. I really liked the way that we spoke. We opened our, you let me, get to know you and everything. And it was such a pleasure.
It's nice to meet you too.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you. We should do this often.
Yeah, we should. I'll see you
you.
about every weekend.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.